Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Belmont Park here on Friday. It is June the 9th, 2017. Gonna look at the stakes races on today's program from Belmont, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. The stakes races I'll be looking at from Belmont are races 5, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So races 5, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So let's get on to it, starting off with race number 5 from Belmont Park in Elmont, New York, just over the border from Queens. The fifth race is the 120th running of the Tremont Stakes. Purse $150,000. It's for 2-year-olds. Field of 8 2-year-olds going the distance of ground of 1,100 meters for international viewers, or 5 1/2 furlongs here on the main track. And I show the diagram. It gives me a second to look down at my notes, so just bear with me. 5 1/2. My top pick in this one, I like the number 7 horse, Salamanzar. Hopefully I said that right. I'm going to go 7-2-8-5 in the superfecta, 7-2-8-5 super, but my top pick, number 7, Salamanzar. 2-1, John Velasquez for Todd Pletcher, this 2-year-old colt out of Shackelford. He only has one start under his belt. That came on April the 26th at Keeneland. 4.5 furlongs, main special weight for 58,000. Horse won by 1.5 lengths. An outside draw is not ideal, but this horse got from the outside, got over to the lead, broke on top, easy, clear victory. That was a great race. He's breaking from the 7 hole, which is a little bit better here today. He should have a very good run. He has a lot of speed, and I think this horse will run a big one. Since then, this horse has been training locally at Belmont on the training track. 4 furlong workout in 50 flat, the 5th best workout 23, and a 4 furlong workout 49 and 4, the 16th best workout 26. I think he's ready to go here. Watch out for this one to run a big one. So to recap my bets for the 5th from Belmont, it's the 120th running of the Tremont. Gonna go with the 7 horse Salmanzar. Gonna go 7-2-8-5 in the superfecta. To race number 8 now from Belmont Park. The 8th race, it's the beginning of a $500,000 guarantee pick 4. The 8th race, it's the 39th running of the True North Stakes, grade 2, purse $250,000. It's for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 9 horses going the distance of ground of 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs on the main track. 6 furlongs. My top pick in this one, I like the number 8 horse, number 8 Whitmore. I'm going to go 8-4-3-6 in the superfecta, 8-4-3-6 super, but my top pick, number 8 Whitmore. 2-1, Ricardo Santana Jr. is on this Ronald Moquette trained 4-year-old gelding out of Pleasantly Perfect, the winner of the 03 Classic and 04 Dubai World Cup. This horse is a very good sprinter. A few weeks ago in the Maryland Sprint at Pimlico, 6 furlongs, made 20th. This horse won by half length. Just sat off the pace early on, but closed up quite well in the stretch. It was an all-around great race. It was just a great race for this horse that day. Start 4 in the Grade 3 Count Fleet Sprint Handicap at Oakland, 6 furlongs, April the 15th. Horse won by 1 3/4 lengths. Stayed a little bit back early on, but got the lead in the stretch and took off clear. Was 1-2, ran like a 1-2 shot, should run easy. And then the Hot Springs Stakes at Oakland, 6 furlongs, March 11th. Horse won by 6 lengths. Another easy victory, closed up very nicely. Sprinting, he's undefeated at the 6 furlong distance, 6 for 6. He's the he's the best horse closing up here. I think he should run a big one. He's so much tougher. Watch out for this one here today. So to recap my bets for race number 8 from Belmont, it's the 39th True North Stakes. Gonna go with the 8 horse Whitmore. I'm gonna go 8-4-3-6 in the superfecta. To race number 9 now from Belmont Park here on this Friday afternoon. The 9th race is the 74th running of the New York Stakes, presented by Naira Bets. It's a grade 2 race here, going for a purse of $500,000. It's for 3-year-olds and for 4-year-olds and upwards, fillies and mares. Field of 9 horses going the distance of ground of 2,000 meters or 1 mile and 1/4 on the inner turf. To keep in mind, the inner turf course at Belmont tends to be more speed-orientated horses. That's who wins. Looking over this field, there's not a lot of speed in this one. So the 5 horse Hawksmoor looks like he could have some. She could be the speed of the race. So I expect her to be in front. But I don't think she'll. I think the closers are going to get to this one. I like the 6 horse C. Khaleesi. I'm going to go 6-8 1-2 in the superfecta. 6-8-1-2 super. But my top pick, number 6, C. Khaleesi, 5-2. Florent Jou is on this Chad Brown trained 5-year-old mare. This horse made her first start of the year a few weeks ago, about 6 weeks ago now, on May the 6th at Belmont Park. Yielding going, mile 3/8 in the Sheep's Head Bay. Horse won by 2.5 lengths that day. Sat back early, but got the lead in the stretch and took off clear. Just an easy race. I Rider Tees rode the horse that they didn't even use the full whip. It was just an easy race for this one. It was the horse's first start since November the 5th at Santa Anita, mile and a quarter in the Brews Cup Filly Mare Turf. Horse finished 7th by 4.5 lengths that day. Kind of weakened out of it. She just wasn't. It just wasn't her day to win, breaking from the rail. And then the Flower Bowl Invitational here at Belmont, a mile and a quarter in Turf on October the 8th. Horse finished third by 2 lengths behind Lady Eli. Closed up a little bit at the end, but just she needed that extra kick. Before that, she won the Beverly D at Arlington very nicely. Finished second in this race last year after a very, very troubled trip, and won the Sheep's Head Bay of 2016 on a very wet course, same like this year's, very easily. I think here she'll have a very good run. Like I said, I expect her to sit just, I expect her not to be last, but mid-pack, let's say. And I think that's going to be a good position for this horse to pounce. She gets Florent Giroux, who rode this horse to a victory last year. Hopefully this horse can stay out of trouble and run well here today. She'll be my top pick. A possible single maybe in the pick 4 for me. So to recap my bets for the 9th from Belmont, it's the 74th New York Stakes. Going to go with the 6-horse C. Khaleesi. I'm going to go 6-8-1-2 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 10 from Belmont Park. The 10th race is one of my favorite races from Belmont. The 10th race is the 4th running of the Belmont Gold Cup Invitational. Grade 3, purse $400,000. It's an invitational for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 13, lucky 13 horses going the distance of round of 3,200 meters or 2 miles on the Widener Turf Course. The Widener Turf Course is the outermost of both turf courses, so keep that in mind. There's quite a few Europeans in this one, and I think the Europeans have the advantage in this one because the American stayers community is like one horse basically, and staying races in Europe, as they call them, longer marathons, are just all around outside America. They're always run, and I think last year in America they ran about 4 2-mile races or 5 2-mile races, something like that, on the flat, and like 1 or 2 graded ones. I think this was a graded one, and I think there might have been somewhere else in America was a graded one. I think the Allen Jerkins is a grade 3, run at Gulfstream Park, but this one is a great race, like I said, and I think the Euros have it in the bag. I like the number 4 horse, Wall of Fire, as a top pick. I'll give you 5 horses that I think. I'm going to give you my top 5 here. All those 5 horses will be going on to my superfecta ticket. I'll go 4, 5, 12, 3, 10. So 4, 5, 12, 3, 10. 4, 5, 12, 3, 10. Did you get that? I hope you did, because I'm not repeating it again until the end of the video. But my top pick, number 4, Wall of Fire. 8-1. Florent Giroux is on the Hugo Palmer trained 4-year-old colt out of Canford Cliffs, getting Lasix here and only carrying 115 pounds, which I think is a great weight. This horse had a start most recently at Chester in the UK, May the 12th, at their big festival, going a mile 11/16 in the Diamond Ormond Stakes. This horse finished 4th by 1.5 lengths behind Western Him, who ran a great race that day. This horse, closed up a little bit at the end, but Chester's a very unique turf course. It's basically a square if you look at the diagram, and you want to be closer to the pace, and you want to have a good post draw. You want to be 1, 2, 3, 4 at the most. Outside, deep closers and wide horses do not win on this race course. This horse is very wide, breaking from the 9-hole. Didn't have a best chance. It just wasn't his day to win. And plus, that was a very tough Group 3. This race isn't nearly as tough. He has a better draw and a better weight of only 115 pounds. This horse should run a very big one. But start before at Nottingham. April the 12th, just in the basic listed stakes in the Berry Hills further flight stakes. Horse finished second by a nose that day with William Buick, carrying 124 pounds. You know, he's just off the pace that day and closed up very well at the end and just missed. Wasn't a half bad race at all. He ran his heart out for his first race back in America, back in the UK, excuse me. And then start for it made on March 25th, 2 miles in the Dubai Gold Cup. Horse finished 6 by 9 lengths. Varzi Bad, the French horse, just ran an incredible race. Won next start out a few weeks ago in France at Saint Cloud, I believe. But this horse just didn't show up. It wasn't his day to win against so much toughers. But before that, this horse won a basic handicap at Doncaster very nicely last year. Won a top weight at York last year of 132 pounds in a basic handicap, and at Glorious Goodwood going a mile and a half. That was a little bit too short. He finished 10th, but he does well to stay his distance. He's getting it today. Just watch out for this one to run a very big one here today. So to recap my bets for the 10th from Belmont, it's the 4th Belmont Gold Cup Invitational. Gonna go with the 4-horse Wall of Fire. My top 5 for this race, and all these 5 horses will be going onto my pick 4 ticket. I'll go 4, 5, 12, 3, 10. So 4, 5, 12, 3, 10. That's gonna go. That's my top 5. Those horses will be used in superfecta plays and also in my pick 4. So now let's get on to race number 11, the final race on the program. It's the 61st running of the Bed of Roses Invitational, grade 3, purse $250,000. It's for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 10 horses going the distance of ground of 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the turf, on the main track. Excuse me, 7 furlongs. My top pick in this one, I like the number 5 horse, number 5 Lights Stream. I'm going to go 5973, 5973 superfecta, but my top pick, number 5 Lights Stream, 7-2, Javier Castellano for Brian Lynch, who trains his 4-year-old filly at Harlan's Holiday. Most recently, this horse had a start Churchill, May the 6th, 7 furlongs on the slop in the Humana Distaff. Horse finished 5th by 5 lengths that day. You wanted to be closer to the lead that day at Churchill. This horse just was wide. It just wasn't her day to win. Throw that race out. It was her first start off the layoff. I think second off, she should run a better race. Start before at Santa Anita Park in La Brea. Horse finished 5th by 8.5 lengths. Again, she just really wanted to go early. Julian Leperoux rode him that day. He didn't want to let him go, and she had nothing left in the stretch. Wasn't her day to win. But before that, won the Raven Run very nicely. Finished second in the test and finished third in the Mother Goose on this race course about a year ago. I think she'll run a big one. She's run well going to 7 furlong distance. That's her favorite distance. Gets it today. I think she'll run a big one second off. Watch out for this one. And most likely the racetrack will be dry, so she will run a big one. So to recount my bets for the 11th from Belmont, it's the 61st Bed of Roses. Gonna go with the 5 horse here, Lightstream. I'm gonna go 5, 9, 7, 3 in the superfecta. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.